Season 2 of I Turned Pretty returns in late spring with 3 new episodes on DVD. How could I possibly want anything more in the wake of sitting tight for the subsequent season? You probably already know that the most recent season ended with Conrad and Gut kissing by the ocean, so I was really excited for what comes next. We can finally acknowledge what happened. At the beginning of the first episode, Conrad and Belly exchange a second kiss, and guess what? Jeremiah doesn't appear to care. In light of everything, I wish that was veritable, but it was just a dream. She was plainly wandering off in Fantasyland as we see that she has gotten back to school. Worse still is the news that Susanna has passed away. Sadly, she has passed away. I had high hopes that she would survive. I already miss her for her wonderful personality. Like insufficiently not, we see that Gut's grades are crumbling and she's off the volleyball group. She seems to only be good at French at the moment, and we all know that it will be hard for her to get into a good college. Of course, Steven shows up all around great, and his next objective is Princeton. I figure Gut will see this as troublesome. Essentially, everybody would feel frustrated about themselves. Season 1 was very trying for her the previous summer, and she as of now faces various difficulties. Nevertheless, I am confident that she will succeed. In this episode, there are a few flashbacks that show what happened after Beauty and Conrad kissed. We learn that he approves of Beauty's relationship with Jer and just needs to go with her. Subsequently, Stomach pursues the choice to talk with Jer. As he lets them know that they ought to enlighten Conrad regarding their relationship, Beauty concedes that she and Conrad have kissed. Poor Jer. He seems very disappointed, and he thinks he was just a distraction for her while she waited for Conrad. Moreover, at the present time, if it's not too much trouble, acknowledge my expressions of remorse, but I agree with him. Conrad and Belly decide to pause after that because they don't want to further break Jer's heart. Taking everything into account that was previously, I acknowledge the two will get together here and there. Steven has planned the perfect speech for his graduation in the present. During the graduation, Taylor gives Belly the worst advice, telling her to move on from Conrad and try other people. She therefore does that, but she is denied. I'm fine with that, but she seems to think differently and wants to go back home. He gets somewhat incensed and alludes to her as a liar since she should be Steven's driver that evening. He seems dissatisfied with what she did last summer, importantly kissing both Jer and Conrad, because now everything is strange and they didn't show up to the graduation. She was already experiencing a lot of negative emotions regarding the summer before, so Steven's words appear to have sparked her. When she returns home on her own, she gets into another fight, this time with her mother. She calls Jer from her room after the argument. Since Conrad's absence is evident, he immediately inquires about her relationship status. In episode 2, we see Jer endeavors to find Conrad by making choices to his sidekicks, and we see that nobody knows where he is. Meanwhile, Excellence is gone to meet Jer, and she misdirects her mother and says she'll stay with Taylor. When Jer and Belle meet for the first time, they learn that Conrad went to Cousins Beach to find his roommate.